Well, he's a cutie pie. I might put him in Potomac. Okay, yes. Yeah, he can come right on to Potomac. Oh.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Richie Sky. We are back with another video and we got some crazy news for y'all today. But before we get into that, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Also hit the notification bell button so you don't miss a single bit of the news that we got going on right here. Now, a lot of y'all know that we talk reality TV. We're gonna do something a little bit different today. We're gonna be talking about some Real Housewives of Atlanta news, because I know that's what y'all like. But we also got some more news from Monique, and she's doing something quite interesting right now, and I really want us to discuss it right here on this channel. But before we get into that, we gotta say shout out to Porsha Williams. Okay, so yesterday we talked about the post that she made on Pilar's Instagram page about her asking for some advice about losing her edges as a result of childbirth. Now, I had a lot of you guys comment and talk about rice water as a great example of something that people can use if they're losing their hair, particularly women. Shout out to everybody that commented yesterday. A lot of you guys really reacted positively to the way I do stories here and what I talk about and how I do it. But you also had a lot of positive feedback in regards to Porsha Williams and things that she should do as well. Well, somebody else who is very, very popular on Instagram and kind of, I guess, everywhere at this point, has some real interesting advice for Porsha and actually showed up and I think at Porsha's job. So take a look at this and then we'll talk about it.
Hook me up. All right, then.
All right, so that was actually really dope. Shout out to the real BB Judy, otherwise known as Jessica. That was actually really dope. I mean, and it's a great way to spread knowledge about her product if a lot of you guys may not have known. She has these drops called Miracle Drops, and they're basically designed to help you grow your edges back. So I thought that was amazing that she actually just showed up and basically gave Porsha some of the product. That was actually really dope. Whether they staged it or not, I'm really not sure. But, you know, tell me what you guys think about this. If you guys have used the Miracle Drops as well, and let me know how those things work. I mean, I wish they could, you know, come up with something for the fellas, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get into that on my personal channel. Side note, if you are watching this video right now, you guys can click the link in the description and you guys can catch my first travel vlog on my personal channel. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Finally did it, y'all. It only took me about 3 months to finalize it, but we here, we in there. Next, I wanna talk about NeNe Leakes, right? So, y'all know, NeNe been asking a lot of questions about relationships on her Instagram, right? So apparently it wasn't just me that was watching this. It was other news outlets as well. E-News picked it up and was talking about it as well. Now, I have been reading online that there have been rumors about, you know, infidelity in the marriage or whatever. I don't necessarily know what to believe, but one thing that was interesting was that people were commenting basically in her comments, basically saying, NeNe, you was ready to step out on your relationship, please. And NeNe responded back with saying, mind your business. Now see, you don't know the rules of our relationship. Okay, let's get into this, because it's kind of, it's not scandalous or juicy. It's just the reality of every relationship. Every relationship is very, very different. And I feel like every relationship goes through different phases. Now, what may look like cheating to one person, to one group of people, may not be cheating to the couple involved. I happen to know plenty of people in relationships who are allowed to do their own thing. Now, I'm not saying that's NeNe, and I wouldn't fault her if it was true, because that's the rules of their relationship. You know, they may have some type of agreement where it's okay to maneuver in different spaces with different people, depending on the nature of the relationship. Listen, there's nothing wrong with it if that is the case for your relationship. Now, the relationships that I know of where the partners do kind of maneuver with other people, they are both okay with it, seemingly, and they seem to be like a very happy couples. So comment below if you guys know of any couples like this. Not that you have to call them out, because we don't want to be messy, but tell us your experience with seeing them and if you are currently in one of those types of relationships. Now, me personally, at this point in time, I don't think that that's something that I could do, mostly because, you know, my mindset is different at this point, you know, in terms of trying to, you know, really build something solid and a solid foundation with someone. That to me is what I want. And I will talk about this more on my personal channel. I'll get into all of my relationship stuff, because I know that some of you guys have had questions about, you know, whether I'm single, in a relationship, and all that good stuff. And I'll answer all of those questions. I don't have any problems with that. On this channel, I just try to keep it strictly news and views, because I know that's what you guys are mostly interested in. But on the personal channel, you guys will get a lot of behind the scenes type stuff if you're interested in that sort of thing. So follow me on that journey as well. But let me know what you think about this whole news with NeNe. I mean, like, she kind of reveals what she wants to reveal. And a lot of you guys give me flack for how much I kind of praise NeNe and the way she kind of, maneuver is the word of the day, okay? Because I keep using it. But you guys, some of you guys give me a little bit of you know, crap, because I kind of seem to voice a lot of support for her. But what I find interesting is that I find it interesting how she moves. You know, it gains a lot of attention from news outlets, from media. You know, she can say something on her Instagram and we're all picking it up and trying to find out the clues as to what's going on. And I don't mind that, guys. I kind of like that. You know what I mean? It gives, she's in control of her narrative, which is really dope, because a lot of reality stars aren't in control of their narrative. So, you know, kudos to her for that. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. Do you think that she's basically admitting to having more of an open relationship? And is that okay? You know what I'm saying? I personally think it is. If she's doing that, I support her and Greg with whatever they do regardless. Because I try to let people live their lives and do their own thing. But because she mentioned it, we got to ask the questions, okay? Next, I want to talk about this whole situation with Monique and Whoopi Goldberg. And the reason, and I know this is a little bit different, but I wanted to talk about this because I think that, let's talk about Monique for a second, right? She has been very vocal about how she's been mistreated by the likes of Lee Daniels, Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, I think Lionsgate, then Netflix. So she's kind of going on this one woman crusade, well, one woman and one husband crusade, you know, to really speak her truth. And I say her truth because it's from her perspective, right? I'm not saying that this is the final word on anything, but I just got to comment on this because it's getting kind of crazy, right? So recently she just did an interview and she was basically saying that she was disappointed in Whoopi Goldberg because Whoopi Goldberg told her to not even think about the people coming in behind them, to worry more about herself. And then Monique basically says she wept for Whoopi because of her low salary at The View.
Goldberg told me the salary she makes from The View, and that hurt my feelings, that you've been there for 10 years and you accept them paying you that, and you telling me, don't worry about the little one coming up if I ain't gotta be worried about you too, because you accept that salary, it makes it hard.
Now see, there's a part of me that believes Monique, okay? I've never been on the Monique train really up until this year. when things started to come out, these recordings with her and Tyler Perry, you know what I'm saying? I kind of, as things are unraveling more, I'm kind of in the mindset that I believe some of the things that she's saying, but I also sometimes think that she goes about it in the wrong way, which tends to interfere with her overall message, right? So exposing Whoopi Goldberg's low salary is not gonna win her any fans in this instance. Now, coming from the TV world myself, I understand that sometimes it's important to share the salary that you're making so that someone else, particularly as a result to people of color, right? Because a lot of times we will walk into situations and get lowballed because sometimes when we come in, we don't know what we should be asking. And now it's becoming more important than ever that I think we begin to share what our salaries are with other people, our peers who are coming into the same situation, who may look like us, honestly. Because for the most part, we won't know. And if we don't start spreading this news about what we should be asking for, we will always be getting the low end of the stick, okay? So this is important for women, it's important for minorities, it's important in general for people to understand so that we can all be on the same page, right? So having said that, you know, it's shocking to me that Whoopi would have told her what her salary was, only because, and here's the thing, only because I feel as though, while I believe that your peers should know, I'm saying that it would be good for like a new person who's coming into the view. You understand what I'm saying? So let's say that next season they wanted to invite, I don't know, someone like, let's say someone like a Kandi. I'm just using her as an example. If Kandi were to go onto The View next season, I would hope that Whoopi would share what her salary expectations could or should be, because I feel like what happened with Sherri Shepherd was, Sherri Shepherd basically said she didn't know what her salary should be until she talked to Rosie O'Donnell. Rosie O'Donnell made sure that Sherri Shepherd got the salary that she should be getting, that her peers were getting, but Monique is not on The View, right? So that to me is the distinction. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? And comment yes if you agree with this or not. I understand that for the most part, by and large, we're taught not to talk salary in terms of the workplace. However, there are instances where I think that these are exceptions, and I'm basically giving you these instances. Do I think that it was right for Monique to share that part of her story? No, I don't think it was right for her to say, this girl's salary is so low, I'm basically crying for her. I don't think she should have done that, right? Because I just feel like it really does not endear her to her peers, because now what that says is I cannot trust you with information, right? Because if you will do that to Whoopi, if you will expose a recorded conversation with Tyler Perry, if you will repeat what these people are saying behind closed doors, that means that you are violating their trust, okay? So that is my problem with Monique at this point. But I feel for her at the same time because I understand what she's fighting for. But sometimes I think that she's making certain critical errors. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this whole situation, because it's really something that's percolating in my soul right now. And I can't let it go because I understand, and I feel like we come just working in the entertainment industry. I get it. I absolutely get it. I have been lowballed. I have been not paid. I have been told that I was going to be paid and then not paid. You know, there's a difference between going into a situation and you know you're not going to be paid, but the exposure that you're getting is monumental, right? And the relationships that you will build are monumental. The mentorship that you get may be monumental. That's one thing, because you know it going in. But the other things where you're being told that you're gonna be paid, that you never get paid, where people lead you on to think that at some point you'll get paid and you never get paid, when you get paid the lowest of anybody else, because you are either the newest, the blackest, the most the female in the group. I've seen it all. So to me, this is why it sparks a fire in me. So guys, I know this is a little bit of a different topic than what we normally talk about, but I want you guys to tell me what you think about this whole situation. I really am interested in your opinions, because I feel like these are conversations that we need to have. And because we have these conversations, that's how we improve things. So anyway, that's it for now. Make sure you guys, again, follow my other channel. It's gonna be in the description below. So just, you know, I want you guys to experience some of the things that I get to experience behind the scenes. Make sure you subscribe to this channel as well if you are new here, and make sure you hit the notification bell button so you don't miss a single drip drop of what we got going on. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at DJ Rich the Sky. And guess what, guys? I will see you in the next video.